from the second day. Again, pre-selection of the, yeah, like this pre-selection for the designers. And here, of course, lots of noise because, yeah, I needed the fast shutter speed and high ISO was needed. I don't know, I think the lights was on this day a little lower. But yeah, here 10,000. I also saw from the first day, I didn't end up looking how I did perform on the focus on from the camera and also the shutter speed. So I saw, man, I had like 120 or 160 or 200 over shutter and of 3.5 close to this the f-stop, and I saw some motion blur and a little bit not on focus. Of course I didn't end up doing my benchmark from this type of scenario, which as you can see 10,000 ISO with 80 over shutter speed, and of course as you can see a little blur around here, but yeah, choose the right moment to select the photo. But yeah, I end up doing the benchmark from this, and I saw, man, I have to increase the shutter speed importantly and don't care about the ISO. So you will see later on that with what settings I did end up choosing. More of the preparation here with the new outfits, new dance, and so on. What a smile. Yeah, I did the second day, I did end up doing a little more stuff. I did saw this and I said it was nice to see like this. This is the designer, I pick you. I did end up just choosing like this and to see the story, as you can see here. From the front, back, and how it does look. Man, I do like it, I do not like it. I have the inspiration of this model or not. And here some models that are chosen. As you can see, line up the shoes. Yeah, the designer choosing, pointing out something, and you can see here the models. Yeah, I want you. You should try something like this. Medium. Yeah, the store. I did try something. Here is the how do you call it? The hairstylist from Estelle. With, yeah, they have a big group. I think they go every year. I have no idea. Yeah, was my first year here in this show. Here's another designer choosing the models. And here I try to end up doing more close-up shots of hair, products, makeup, and so on. As you can see here, I got some smile. I like these photos a lot. It's I don't know, it's interesting somehow. It's like a good portrait, and of course it's in focus, which is good. 2000 at 3.5, and I don't think so it's very full in focus, but it's pretty good. What I do not like here, it's too much space. I did end up leaving up top, and here the crop is not that very good, but yeah, next time. What did show up on me this show is you have to be very fast. If you're not fast, you will lose moments, and from my time I end up being very slow. So yeah, in here I did end up getting back that fast speed facing with I had the camera 550D, which, if you know, you have 9 points of focus and the center one is the most important. So I always end up choosing the center focus and focus on the eye, recompose, and I did end up doing like this couple of years, and yeah, I always had some pretty good photos in sharp. even if the subjects end up moving a little bit. I was very fast with my composition, which I was proud, but since I did have taken my Mark III, I was so lazy, man, with the many focus points, and I end up being very slow. But here it got me back to be very fast, which you will need. But yeah, here again some preparation. I think this one is in blurry, not in focus. Yeah, the focus speed on the camera. I don't like this, man. Look at this. This one is sharp from the lights from the monitor, laptop. Yeah. Here some girls had some fun with the phone. Here I think I could not choose a lot of photos here because yeah, low light. I could not increase the shutter speed, so most of the shots end up in blurry. As you can see here, lots of blur, not in focus, pretty good, very low light. Here, not very good. Of course, the edit is not that good because, yeah, the colors, everything was wrong. So, yeah, I did not end up using them. As you can see, everyone has bad photos. And here is what I wanted to do. I had a flash with the transmitter, my Canon flash with a Rogue. Well, let me show you. So yeah, I had the flash like this. I did make some settings. I did ask this girl to help me make the settings, and yeah, I ended up doing the settings on the camera. Yeah, it's 50 millimeters, so I know on which distance do I stay. After that, I end up making the flash manually, so I know the same exposure. It's there. The ATTL, it's not always spot on. Yeah, I do not care about that. I barely use it. Well, when I use it is when I move a lot. I know I don't have time to change the manual. Sometimes I use it. On the events I use it because I don't care sometimes, or yeah, it depends. But if you choose the manual flash, you will end up having more battery power, more lifetime of the battery because you can shoot more. The ATTL you will choose, those have two flashers, so it ends up to drain the battery way more faster. So yeah, I had the camera, well, I did not take the camera, yeah. I had the camera here, the flash close to here, as you can see, yeah, close to here. So yeah, I do choose take the photos, and that's it. I done it for this type of shoot. And yeah, make sure you have a manual flash, so you know it's way more better what I say with the transmitter and so on. Boom. Yeah, and you can see the next one and so on. What I wanted from my thoughts, what it was is that I wanted to make them like this when the makeup are done, the hair is done. So yeah, I will have from the back side of when it's finished, so they have some photos from on what they look like. Here I did edit it a little bit, yeah. But as you can see, this is the before and after. But of course I did not have the time because they needed to be somewhere else for the repetition and so on. It was a little and the light was kind of close to the end, which you could not have the focus, and also was close to the starting of the show, which yeah, it's kind of hard to make something like this. You have to be very fast, and I do not want it to be a stopper most of the time. But I will do most of the photos like this from the beginning, where they are more relaxed and so on, which they are very nice. More repetitions. I do like how this photo came out with the rim light and the pose that she gave me. Very interesting. More from the hairings and makeup, more repetitions from the sponsor here with the ice cream. Here is, as you can see, the background is black and you cannot see. She did go a little more in the background, but yeah, choose your background as you can see here. Here some models had some dance, which was very nice, and yeah, and of course the start of the show. I think it's great to make some photos like this. Yeah, they will have something. Yeah, it's the start of the show, close to promo, as you can see here, Fashion Week, and so on. And here, as I told you from the first day that was transparent, this is the ambient light. As you can see, those show up. Of course, it's not that pronounced. You, as a spectator, I don't think you can see it. I should have cropped here in these two pictures. Yeah, but it's too late now. Here's the presenters and the show started. And let's go back. Let's talk about my settings. Why did I choose this? 4000 ISO with 5 f-stop and 120 shutter speed. What I thought it's 120 shutter speed, it was pretty good. I think I did end up, after more this, did end up changing my settings a little bit. I think I did go with the 5.6, 5000 ISO, and I think I did increase the shutter speed a little. But why did I choose 5.6? If the camera did not catch up the focus pretty good, well, the 5 will have that freeway. And of course with 70-100, you know that the depth of field is very low. But as you can see here, it's not that full in focus, even this with 5. So yeah, that's why I end up choosing a big f-stop. And also, why didn't I choose this crop? Is because like this is because I had to show up in the logo here. So yeah, some of the photos will be looking like this, and of course this one is not that straight. I also wasn't very close straight on. I was a little on the side, so yeah, but yeah, this one looks way more better. Here I end up wanted to present some details in the fabric and so on, but as you can see, even at 250 there's a little motion blur. So yeah, maybe next time I will end up choosing way more faster shutter speed. I did end up cropping some of the photos because yeah, man, I did struggle, as you can see, a little on, it's not that straight. But I did end up struggle here on the first side because as you can see, this one is straight on JPEG. I did end up, no, I don't have time to wait the buffer. Yeah, I need to concentrate on the shot, not on the buffer, and so on. So I did end up choosing JPEG and motorize. But after that, I did change back. But I do not like it how it ended up on the JPEG side. As you can see, it's something different. The colors are kind of weird, and this one is not that full in focus. This is kind of underexposed. Why? Close to this. Yeah, JPEG. Oh, here. And I don't know, I do not like that much how it came up from the JPEG. From the RAW is way more different. And I end up how can I say this? I did practice before to see how fast can I change the lens so that I will have a wider one, because as you can see I'm on 44 millimeters here, so that I can grab everything with a designer here, because sometimes this designer, oh, it did came up in front. I think one designer did not came up in front, I have no idea yet, but I did wanted to have something like this for them. So yeah, I did end up choosing this method. I had the 24 to 70 close to me. After they, so that I can show you, after all of them came up like this to make the presentation on the final, here faster, after it's finished, faster end up change the lens. After couple of girls were here, I did have time, I was not rushed, not nothing, so yeah, I could safely change the lens, have this shot, change back, have that shot, and move on to the next designer. I do like these outfits, they are pretty interesting. Of course, I did end up on almost every shot front, couple of times only the shoes, and from the back. I think here I missed a couple of shots, not that many, I think, how can I say, maybe one or two, but yeah. And of course one of these shots, here the same, change the lens. I did of course, after that, do catch up some if you can and have the light, photograph some of the public. It's pretty good, they will have something to have. And of course sometimes it's good to make a shot like this, because in a story or somehow or a designer, if those end up choosing your shots, it can use this one as a startup from his or she presentation. As you can see, bright. What I did also, I did end up changing the white balance. It wasn't automatic. Here nothing was automatic, only the autofocus, because I did end up needed to deliver the JPEGs. So yeah, and on the JPEG you cannot do anything with the white balance if it's screwed up from the start. So yeah, I did take a shot and see how the lights was on that Kelvin. So yeah, I did fix up the Kelvin. Of course everything is manual. Here I did change up the settings on the 5.6 because the lights was a little different, and as you can see here it must be in focus. Yeah, it's in focus. Of course, you know, the Canon one on higher ISO, it does loosen up a little the sharpness, and yeah, and it was more easier. But of course on the RAW, as you can see here, I did change up back to the RAW. I think here I was writing on the CFast card. It's CFast, or man, it's CF, they changed the name. And yeah, that after that I end up choosing to be very picky on the shots. Man, I do like in this dress. It's very interesting with the flowers on. Of course, make sure you get some details. I did end up cutting the flower here. I did not realize that, but yeah, it's not that very important. What I could do is something like this, but I will end up cropping the hand. So yeah, be very specific. That's why I said here, if you're not fast, you will lose the shots. Here is a little more the headroom, but what can I do? Here I did not have the time to change the lens, even though if I did try it, I think I could have the time, but I decided not to do it because I might miss it. And I don't think this designer came up in front. Yeah, I did not came in front. So I said no, I will not change the lens, make this shot, and let's move on. I should have cropped it a little, this picture. The lights from the app, now I can see it. But yeah, this is, as you can see, this is my first experience. You can take it from this, learn, make better shots than me. And here's the another design. I do like the office outfit on the girls. Yeah, it's in focus, very good. 5.6, 250. I think only that one end up being on blur, because this one, no, it's very sharp. There's no blur here, a little autofocus. But yeah, you need to have a good camera here in autofocus. And here is the dance. What, yeah, it's still not in blur, but what I did not do, a little blur here, is to increase the shutter speed. But I did end up increasing the shutter speed on after the end, so yeah. I should have done it very faster, because you can see here it's a little blur here. I think on the face here it's a little blur. It's not in focus. Yeah. Yeah, I do not have the shot picked here. As you can see, no, this one I did end up increasing the shutter speed and lower the f-stop, but it was too late. Here I should have been way more faster, but they end up very good. Here is the final. And the ice cream. A little dance. It was a nice presentation. This one, I did like it. As you can see here, the models, very interesting done. It's not that full in focus, or have no idea. The ISO kinda gets me, but it's in focus as it should be. Yeah, it's in focus here, very good. Here I think it was a little glare. Yeah, it's in focus and it's from some glare. But yeah, I do like this one. I don't know why, but I do like it, how it's positioned. And of course, I don't have the straight lines, but yeah. Here's a little, and I should have cropped it a little. And of course, this one again. Yeah, here it's good to have this kind of shot. It's a good way to make a presentation. Man, this girl, I did not. Oh, there's way more menu. I think I have some couple of shots, but yeah. Again, with the public, you should have done some of this. Too bad I did crop a little the dress. It was nice here. They were little by little. And where is it? More. Here was the lower edge. Was very interesting. Very nice outfits. Here's the all of them. Another designer, which was I like this one. It does work very nice with the model. And here one. Oh, yeah, I end up going very fast. I think on this one. Let's see the crop. Yeah, this is the original, man. I did not have time to make a straight photo, and I end up like this. Oh no, where's the original? With the, yeah. And I could not do a very good crop because I end up cutting a lot of it. Yeah, and here also I did not choose to or I think there weren't that many. Yeah, I think there were only these girls for this designer, and I end up not choosing to make a wide one because it's not worth it, because you cannot see very much. Then a new designer with some child's presentation, which was interesting. But yeah, you know this stuff from the catwalk. Every time you can see it at these girls. But also my experience from this fashion show. But yeah, here you need to have a good card speed, but also the camera to be optimized for that card, because man, you end up losing the buffer very fast, and I end up doing that a couple of times. I was pressing the shutter, it does not drop fire, does not fire, and I do look at the buffer, 0. Wait, one shot, fire. And yeah, I do end up be very picky, which was very good. You should be very picky, but also you have to trust your camera and have a good one. If you don't, yeah, you end up losing shots because it's not in focus, it's blurry, and also the settings, if you're not good with them, it's blurry and so on. But I end up it's not straight. I end up making some good settings on the camera, and yeah, I end up with most of the shots in focus. As you can see, it's in focus pretty good. It did perform the camera how good it was. Here is another designer, as you can see here. This one is also in focus. Man, I was so concentrated to be all of them in focus, all of them, and it did perform very good. I did like it. It's a good camera, the 5D Mark III. It did last me for a long time. But yeah, next time, if the lights are still like the same, again with the headroom, I will change with 5000, and I will increase a little bit the shutter speeds just to be sure. Most of the time I don't have the problem with the shutter speed, but you'll never know. I do end up choosing the right moment when it's not that much of a movement. And also be sure you have a pose, something like this. I don't think I have a bad... this one is not that very good when it's walking. I don't think I have here some bad shots that... yeah, I don't think I have something. Yeah, most of them I did choose shots like this. I did make it because yeah, I did watch it how it does look on the model. If the foot, this one was in front on some models, it did not look very good because I was on the right side of her, and yeah, if I was on the left it might be very good. And also yeah, you have to choose which foot goes first. As you can see here, I think I have some of them that have different on the other side and does not look that very good, but I have no idea where they are. There are way too many. Here I think these shots, it's a little yellowish. Yeah, of course the lights was very interesting. On the middle it was very different, and at the end of the area where the pose was the lights was very dim. It was a difference like a half a stop. I did not compensate in the settings. I said I don't care, I don't have time for that to struggle with. I do struggle enough with the buffers, so I do end up choosing not to do it because I do watch the buffer a lot. Yeah, here The eyes is not that very good, but it does work. Not that important. I do like this outfit. I have, yeah, it's interesting, and the expression that it gave. This one, oh, it's in focus. I thought it's not in focus. Come on, Lightroom. Yeah, pretty good enough. Yeah, I saw him here in the interview, and the last photo, which it's kind of blurry. But yeah, like this, it was my experience. I don't know what else to say. Be good enough. It does train you a lot, this type of experience. Maybe if you're working a slow area or something, here you'll have a fast pace, something way more different from your area. But me, from the start I end up with fast pace. Make sure you have the settings right instantly. The focus. Yeah, I train myself like this to be how fast as possible I can. And of course the camera matters sometimes in this type of shows. If you have a beginner camera, don't even bother go. You'll have to use a flash or somehow to have some good exposure, and you have to be good with pre-selecting the focus. But using the flash, I don't know, I saw some of the times from other photographers that they said no flash because, and of course they are right, because I did end up having problems of myself, not that much, just a couple of times, that when there are way too many flashes you'll end up getting that flash in your frame, and sometimes you'll have just let's make a presentation around here. Let's see, this is the flash. You catch up the flash close to this and you have something like this in a photo, and if it's a good photo, you'll end up ruining it. You cannot use it because the flash from another person did go into your camera. As you can see here, no flash was used. None of them did use flash. All of them was the ambient from the show. So yeah, if you do have some questions or you want to know more, do leave a comment, and I will try to answer them as quick as possible, or if I have an answer to give you. Of course, this is another type of event. Maybe in your area will be a bigger one or a smaller one. I was pretty lucky to be not that very crowded. We were like 5 photographers, I think, on that stand, and 2 videographers, which one was higher and one was a little lower. Let's see where's the picture. No, it was from here. And yeah, it wasn't that very crowded. I think one photographer did it was from the up area, like here. I have no idea, I did not look. I did not see that one. And 1 or 2 were from the sides. And as I told you from the first time, from the first day, we were like 3 of them in the backstage. Yeah, mostly I did me, because that guy did not have the flash and could not do anything. So yeah, I end up doing just myself, and the other guy, which did end up having some flashlights, and did go with expressions and so on, which it did end up being like 2 photographers. For me it was very good. I mean, it wasn't very that crowded. Yeah, here it does show crowded, but you could move from a point to another. Here you could stay here and have this area. Also I could go here and have a couple of this area, but yeah, as you can see here, no light. Here very bright, very different. So yeah, you'll end up having this kind of stuff. Maybe in your area it's way more different. Everything is lit. I have no idea. It depends. But yeah, it was pretty nice. I want to do more of this type of shows. I will go on the next one. I hope I can do it if I don't have some events already taken, but I'll try to do it another one and another one until I get bored of this, and I will say no more for a couple of maybe 1 or 2 years, and after that I might go again. But yeah, if you are interested in some fashion and this type of stuff, you should go. You'll end up meeting some couple of people that you can do a lot with them, and of course increase your portfolio, have new connections, be in the new areas, more access, and so on. So yeah, this is the video. I hope you do enjoy it, and if you do share it, also like that one, and of course it does help me a lot if you do subscribe. Man, I want to have more subscribers at least. I don't do that many videos for now, but I do try to make more of them. As you can see, lately I did increase my videos, and I hope I will keep it like this. I will also have another video that I need to make from the event that I've been, which I did like it a lot, that one. You will see when it's finished. Maybe I will transform it as a series of my life as a photographer. I have no idea yet how to call it, but you will see how it will end up, because I did end up rename a show that I've doing. So yeah, this is it. I also, if you like to see my Instagram account, I have like 3 of them, but one is for the photos, and of course in the bio I end up writing all of them. It's I will write it on the monitor to see. It's in English a little hard for you to pronounce it. So yeah, this is it. Thank you for watching. Do like this video, subscribe, get notification, that bell button, and I hope you will watch my next video. Till next time, take care and live happily. Do more photos. Yeah, practice more. Bye bye.